So yes, we're probably live, and I know I do this every time, but I can't help it
What are we talking about?
because I'm trying to update. And anyway, so let me turn this on. Yep, we're live. Let me turn this on real quick. Okay, there, now I can see you. Trying to go back and forth between the Facebook page and here always gives me trouble. I know, it's not that it gives me trouble, it's hard to see both things at the same time. So hi David, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Great.
I'm doing well.
So did you just flip your background?
No, it's a video. So every couple seconds it flips.
It's going to be distracting, but okay. Today, I want to welcome with me on our membership minute, David Casares, who's a board of director with GMAR, and also is an instructor for our new member orientation. So you are the technology guru, and you also serve on the Texas Realtor. Yeah. You also serve on the Texas Realtors MLS committee, correct? MLS is it technology, MLS and technology committee, something like that.
MLS and technologies. So it's everything that encompasses what's happening in the industry, what can it affect the MLS systems, how can it affect membership and stuff like that.
And you are the jack of all trades in our organization. I kind of, you know, when we were in person, I'd say, David, go get that off the top shelf.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
It went from like, hey, we need help moving this box to, hey, can you redesign the education room?
We need a new video, a new monitor, and yeah. So anyway, so we want to welcome you and thank you for coming on with me. Last week I had a discussion with Humberto, and he was a little bit. Humberto and Shirley both kind of came to me and said that they really needed to get some information out to our membership, and he was going to do like maybe record a video and send it out via email. So we said, you know what, I'm just going to do a member minute, 30-minute, presentation. I'll ask David to help me to kind of talk about what's going on. And the issue is that we have an app and we have an info hub for our members. It's our member management software is what it is. The company or the vendor that is responsible for that member management software is called Growth Zone. That's the name of the system that we're using. And the location that our members see is Info Hub. We get a little bit of confusion, and sometimes our members don't understand the breakdown, and that's okay. It's understandable. We call it so many things. I always refer to it as Growth Zone, but it's what our members understand it to be is our Info Hub. Because it's where people go, our members go to sign up for classes, to register, to pay. You go to our realtor store through the Info Hub. And I think the confusion is that people go to our website. And hold on, let me see if I have you as a co-host so you can share screens if you want to. If you wanted to share the screens. So the Info Hub is what our members see, and that's where they go for that information. And the great thing about Matrix has been great over the last year is that we were able to add links to Growth Zone so that they could access Matrix, they could access all other features. Oh, I love that investment. You can make a difference type of thing. That is awesome. So this is what we call the Info Hub. And this is where what our members see. This is what you guys see when you log in. Now, we have members who have never done that. They've not logged in. They've not added their photo. They've not participated in classes. They've not done any of that. So if you wanted to access those things, normally you would, when you're doing new member orientation, David, you direct them how is specific.
So the second day of new member orientation is all technology, all integration, all MLS rules and regulations, lockbox rules, all that stuff. So it's a full 8 hours of me boring people to death because it's all dry information. This is how you log into this portal. Make sure you bookmark this website. This is how you change your settings here. This is how you update your profile. In that whole process, it's a daunting day. It really is. At the end of the day, your brain and your body feel like you've gone through this major workout because we go through I want to say like 10 different integrations easily. I always ask everyone, even if you're a veteran or not, even if you're a broker or not, if you haven't gone through new member orientation in a while, jump on. It's open. Yes, it's called new member orientation, but it's open to membership. The second day of orientation is open to everybody. I always invite everybody to come on and check out how we're integrating everything, how the whole workflow would help as a practitioner, as myself being a realtor. This is how I feel the business should run for me, at least with my relationship with the local association. And so you're right, people are confused with the difference between what is word, what's member like engaged, or the member portal, what's the info hub, and what's growth zone. What you're looking at here right now is growth zone. So you don't necessarily go in and look for a portal called Growth Zone. All you do is basically go into GMAR.org. So once you go to GMAR.org, this is your front-facing website, right? Yes, we go through Matrix, but that's not where you pay your fees. Matrix is in charge of handling public parcel information and realtor sale data. On the flip side, your membership ID, all the information that goes into billing, the information that goes into education, the information that we publish to TAR, TREC, all that stuff, is all handled by a separate portal, which we call Growth Zone. That is the company that manages it. But what they do for us is called white labeling. So you don't see that. You don't see the background, you just see GMAR, right? So on gmar.org, the very first button you see is member login. So when you guys are looking to pay your fees, dues, register for classes, all that good stuff, this is where you would go. You would not go to Matrix. You would come straight to gmar.org. Once you log in, and the login is pretty simple. It's usually your email and a password that you've created. But once you log in, this is your info hub. So your info hub has multiple brackets on the left-hand side that you can kind of tinker around. Yes, you have announcements in the middle. You have some calendar dates on the right. You have any account, like for example, I have to go to my billing and pay my billing here. I can easily click on this button and pay the bill, right? So we have all of these different tabs to help us, kind of manage our business and education on the back end. And that's kind of the difference between, the black and white or the right and wrong or the left and right, however you want to see it. Matrix handles MLS data. The info hub, which is gmar.org, handles all of your membership data, all of your licensing data. So it's very, very simple to manage.
And the reason that this is really important is because we will get questions. So you'll see one of the tabs over there is continuing education. When as an association, we get a new member, now all applications are online through our website. That information, once it's approved, we click approve, and that information goes automatically into Growth Zone, which is the member management software, as you guys know it, as in the info hub. And you can look at the tab, like right up on top, where it says info hub. That's what y'all see, and that's why y'all probably reference this as info hub. So the information that we approve from the application comes into here. What we see as staff, we see something completely different on the member management side of it. So this is info hub is what y'all see. We have a back end portal that we're looking at with all this information, and this information is fed to NAR, to nerds, and it is fed the information from TREC is downloaded here for continuing education. It also feeds all the information out to Supra. So photos and stuff that are, if you have not claimed your photo, when you go to our website and people are searching for a realtor, they're not going to see a photo, even if you've uploaded the photo in Matrix, because Matrix isn't feeding out to our website. Matrix is the data, the MLS, the listing information is fed out to all the syndications and your websites, etc. But to the GMAR website, how many people don't have a photo in Growth Zone? That's why you don't see any photos here.
Yep. And I love my colleagues, but I'll call everybody out that doesn't have a photo. It's one of the main things you should have. It is your business. It is your business card. People want to attach a face to the name. And so people like Albert doing a great job updating their information. He has all of his contact information ready to rock and roll. really, like, yes, you're logged into InfoHub and you can search your colleagues and affiliates and all that stuff, but you have to remember, people can go to gmar.org to search for a realtor.
Right. And so right now, as you go back to your homepage where you had the billing information, the reason that this was important, and the reason we're talking about this today, is because our annual billing and invoices are going to go out soon, and they're going to be on the Info Hub. We have a very low adoption rate, meaning there aren't as many people as, you know, probably, if I have to guess right now, the number's got to be about 40% that have got logged in and access the system. We need everybody to have logged into the system to pay their invoices. I know a lot of pay your invoices, pay your annual dues. The annual dues announcement is going to be on here. And that information is very important for you to go and be able to see what your invoices are, to pay for them through the system, to set up your credit card payment so you don't have to be entering something different every time. This is all our efforts to have listened to our members from a survey we did a few years ago, and be responsive to our membership in a way that they felt we needed to. So we moved over to this member management software as a response, the board responding to our membership concerns. And here we are, we have this amazing system that can do so much, but we need the adoption. We need our members to come in and utilize it so it can be the most effective possible. Again, you have your continuing education, you can access that information here. So again, dues billing is going to go out soon. You're going to need to pay your dues. You're going to need to pay your invoices. And this is how you do it. There's also the app, which has a lot of the data, a lot of this information for education, registration for classes, etc., through the member app. And I have the links in the chat, so that you can go to, the website. So there's through the Apple phone, whether you have an iPhone or you have an Android phone, those things are all available to download the app. I have it over in the chat, David, so if you want to.
On this chat or on the Facebook?
Yeah, on this chat. I put it into this chat.
Share it again, because I don't see it. I
shared it with everyone. Go to the bottom where it says chat and click on it, and the chat should open.
Yeah, I have it.
In the Zoom meeting.
Yeah, I'm on the Zoom meeting. I don't know why it's like here. Hold on. Did you see that?
No. Oh, yeah. I see that. Let me reshare it. Okay.
Cool. So I don't know if anybody, while I got it now, I don't know if anybody noticed, but while Monica was talking, I paid the fees. Right, I paid the yearly. I think it was yearly or the last quarter. I can't remember. So I paid that. Oh, it's connecting to my Apple Store. Hold on. Here it is. Let me reshare my screen so you can see what I'm talking about. App Store, share.
Oh, it's going to connect to your App Store. Okay, yeah. So that's what it'll do. And you can get it. You download the app, and you can see all our information. Earlier, and I don't think it was today. Oh, so earlier, I know that we were on the PR committee meeting, and Jennifer Sanchez shared it, I believe, to maybe GMAR to GMAR Connect. Let me look to see where Jennifer shared that. She tagged us, so.
Yeah, I believe she shared a screenshot of it.
Yeah, so she shared it, and the links are there, and what Jennifer Sanchez shared. And so if anybody needs to see exactly where the links are to download to, well, okay, I'm sorry, it's taking me out of GMAR Connect. So there's some questions, so you can do this from your phone app and the website. Missy, to answer your question, the payment of the invoices you need to do from a desktop, I believe. I think that you can, but through the app, you can register for all the classes, get and you can, because it's on the app, you can set up the reminders and notifications on your phone for classes. It's the bill payment part of it that I'm a little, right before I came over and started the this Facebook Live event, it's a question that I don't have an exact answer for right now, but we want people to log in. What you can do is you can definitely log into it through the desktop and pay for it on the desktop.
Sorry about that. One of the biggest, I guess, benefits that I see right now is that, I don't know if anybody noticed, but while Monica, you were talking about the billing process, I actually paid the dues. So I got that done instantly, right then on screen within what, 30 seconds, maybe a minute of you talking. Yeah. Now, normally, let's say a normal working day, 8 to 5, we can log in, set that time aside. Hey, look, I gotta go pay my bill. Let's say this is a Friday night, right? You know, are out with family or you're home, or let's say it's even a Saturday night and you don't feel like you have anything pending, and you like, it happens with me, it happens with everybody else. The moment we lay our head to rest at the end of the night, your brain decides to start working and remind you, hey, by the way, you forgot to pay all your dues and fees and all that good stuff. So now it's 11 o'clock at night, and it's on Sunday, you have 5, 6 showings set up, and you didn't plan to pay your dues, you didn't budget for it, or maybe you just forgot, and you don't have time to pay everything. In the past, and this is one of the biggest things that we listen to our membership about, in the past, you had to physically call in and make the payment, or go in person to the office and make the payment. So this is why we brought on Growth Zone. This is why we brought on the Info Hub, so that you can set up the payments, so that you don't have to get in a situation like before, where you would have to wait, 3, 5, 7 days before, because a lot of people would kind of be set in this queue.
Yeah, well, I will say for the invoices, they were, if the invoice had to be created by staff, mm-hmm. and then they could pay it through Navica, and now we have it more automated. It integrates with QuickBooks. Very well. What couldn't be done was you would have to re-enter your credit card information every single time you were going to make a payment, and this saves the information there for you to utilize.
Stop stealing my credit card information, guys. I've already gotten a screenshot from one of you.
Yeah, it's the same login as Matrix.
Yeah, yes. Same login. Well, no, it's the same login as GMAR, GMAR.org, your GMAR.org information login. That's going to be the same login on the mobile app. Right. Matrix is your NRDS number.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and that's the efficiency sake behind the app. Right now is informational, intent, like show you what classes are coming up. I think currently you can register for classes, so you can see the calendar, see events, see stuff like that. Now we are still, it's a living, breathing thing, guys. You have to understand that we're still working with Growth Zone. The intention is to make everything mobile, so that you can eventually get that option to pay online. Right now, it's in that gray area. I know that Monica and Humberto are working on it, but just bear with us till we can get a final confirmation from Growth Zone themselves, so that they can create that link for us. At that point, it would be awesome to pay the app from your couch on your phone and be done.
So the other thing was that we wanted to talk about, and we're, let me see. There was another question. Oh, Crystal O'Neill says that she doesn't see the My Info section on the phone app.
That's probably why there's no billing information on the phone app.
But okay, go to My Info. What is that? Is that the payments part of it?
So okay. in the My Info tab, the next tab or the third tab over from Contact Info should be your billing info.
Yeah, but I don't think she's. So I'm gonna see if I can log in real quick to mine.
Yeah, I'm logging into my app right now.
Because I think there's 3 lines up at the top. I think that was supposed to be like a drop down for you to find the My Info.
Shortcuts, events, GMAR, by the university, home snap webinars. The tiles look different. They look rearranged, but
isn't there the drop down? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to share my phone to my computer screen, and it's not letting me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was there before. I'm looking at it. So if you, on the Member Plus app, if you click on the 3 lines on the top left-hand corner, you'll see all the options pop out, which you'll see.
I'm wondering if there was because I thought that it was accessible through the app, and there could be an update, a recent update that's changed it or changed the location of it. So we just need to get a clarification on that, and hopefully. So the next new member orientation is on November the 19th is the second day where David goes over more information about the technology part of it, and hopefully we'll have a more secure response by that date, and we'll definitely update everybody via email, because I hate to take up too much time on that specifically, or that specific question, but we appreciate the question, and we'll definitely get an answer out to everybody, even if it's going back to the comments from this post and from this live event, to talk about. So something else that we have that I wanted to talk about was we have a survey that's going to be sent out to everybody and to all our members. And the survey is it's been a couple of years, and we're trying to find out what we can do better as an association. And the information that's collected is going to be gathered, and a report's going to be given to us. And it's sort of a report card of how we're doing, what we're doing well, what we could do more of and better. And we definitely want to, take that feedback in from an independent source, to develop our strategic plan for the coming years. And that's what that information is going to do. It's going to help our board of directors decide on long-term plans, long-term areas of improvement, and or advancements that we can bring in. The last survey has gotten us a whole lot of improvements. We've gone through so much change, and for our staff it's very difficult, because we're constantly changing our technology, and there's a whole lot of back-end work that has to go into those changes that take months and months of work for us. But we want to make sure that we're doing what we can as an association for our membership. And so that survey is going to be going out. It goes out on Monday the 19th, and it goes through the 30th. It's a 2-week survey, or 2 weeks that you have to respond to that survey. The benefit of responding to the survey is that we're going to be giving out prizes, and the announcement of the prizes, or what the prizes are going to be in the email that you receive. So be on the lookout from an email from the company's name is T number 3 and then the word 60. T360 is a national organization company that helps associations do assessments of their work and helps them devise an outline of work that they can use to address members' needs. So we're going to be receiving that information, and it's a great opportunity for our members to speak, to let us know. I don't want anyone to feel intimidated, or feel, or basically, I really want you to understand this is your opportunity to speak to us, to our leaders, about what we're doing great, what we're doing good, and what we can do better. And that's a great thing for our association, for our leadership, for our members, because we have been providing more and more and more resources. We have a couple of resources that are coming in the next couple of months. We are implementing Quexy, which is for commercial listings. It's an amazing platform, and it's in partnership with our National Association of Realtors. We have Rent Spree, which is going to be something that's added into Matrix for anyone who has rental properties to process member applications for a potential, what is it called? Somebody renting from a tenant. So you process applications for potential tenants through Rent Spree. So we definitely are bringing a lot of more information. Our MLS committee was very hard at work over the last couple of months to update all our rules, lockbox rules and regulations, etc. We are selling lockboxes in-house because, again, that was member feedback that we got. So Rent Spree, Crexy, 2 new resources that we're bringing into our association free of cost to our members. We're not going to raise our fees, our MLS quarterly fees to our members, but we're bringing you more resources, and we want to continue to do those type of things. We have a single sign-on portal that's going to be implemented at the beginning of the year. So for the next 3 months, Lee and I will be meeting weekly with that vendor to implement that single sign-on portal, which is also a security portal to help us with security issues for our members and like our lockboxes. So we are definitely working our best. We're going to have some, fun things, advertising stuff to go out to let our members know about GMAR University. In fact, anybody who signed up for GMAR University for 2020 is going to be receiving this mask, and it's our logo.
Nice.
Going to be receiving a nice little mask for GMAR University members, because we're going to do our best to go live to have our classes again, our broadcast classes here in the building, so that those members who are learning better through being in person can come wearing their mask. We are definitely going to implement protocols to keep everybody safe, and provide that education. We are going to do everything we can to have a safe building, but if you are part of GMAR University and you come to the building, you're going to be receiving these in the mail, by the way. And anybody who signed up for GMAR University for the year is going to be receiving one, because as a thank you and as a precautionary measure to give you a mask to ensure that you come into the building and are safe. So let's see, it's 2:28, and we are going to be having some more announcements in the next couple of months. I know that I'm going to some guest speakers we're going to be having coming up is going to be UTRGV Vaqueros program, which I know that it's something that was spearheaded by one of our members, our MLS committee member, and our member, previous treasurer, along with our diversity and inclusion committee chair, Missy Cardenas Barajas. So I want to thank everybody for joining us, and let me see if there's any other questions.
I'd like to tack on to everything that we've been doing the last couple of years, guys. You have to understand that I love working with the association, love working with all of the board of directors that we've had. It's taken a minute, but we've developed this single mindset, that, a unified thought of every time we sit down, we think, what is going to benefit our membership as a whole, right? What do we need to do? What do we need to address to move our association forward and into the growth mindset? And every time we sit down, no matter the committee, that's what we're thinking about. That's what we're doing. And that's why, yes, the technology can be overwhelming, but at the same time, our membership is always growing. We're always learning. We're always wanting to thrive. And our education program alone, GMAR University, speaks for itself. There's a reason why the state of Texas is looking at us. There's a reason why we got an award. There's a reason why people who attend that program do 5, 6, 8 times more continuing education hours than they normally would, because it's just available. Everything we try and do is to provide more value time and time again. Sometimes some things take a while, so bear with us. The technology takes a while because we have to map out so many different integrations to make everything jive. But I've been loving working on all of this. It's my forte, but I love working with everybody that's involved.
Yes, and we have, a very progressive thought process that happens, and that's a wonderful thing. It's exciting. It's a lot of work for staff, but that's what we're here to do, is to make sure that we're providing as much data, technology, education, information to our members. And we're always going to be pushing the envelope. Well, our board of directors want to make sure that we're always pushing ourselves to the next thing and to be better. And that's a wonderful thing to have, and it's exciting. It's interesting because this morning I was, in the education committee meeting, and we had a PR committee meeting at noon. And what's always wonderful is when you have the members of the committees, and they're realtor members, kind of throwing out ideas, and the free flow of the ideas is exciting, when I start to see it all feeding off of each other in a very positive way. As a staff member, I can't help but get excited and feel very positive for the rest of my day as well. Sometimes I get a little scared, but but I know it's in some way or another. If it's not now, at some point we're going to move the ball forward. And
this morning, poor Humberto walked out of the meeting with probably like 60 hours of extra work.
We all do, yeah. It happens, but again, it'll take place. It's just a matter of when, how, and we do have. You are freezing, David. You froze right as you were taking a big old drink of that big red cup. So anyway, so it's 2:32 now. I want to welcome everybody for coming. Well, thank you for joining us. I know that there's some questions that we didn't get to, but I'm going to do my best to go back to the comments, or have Humberto go back to the comments and kind of respond.
Let's keep going.
No, I mean, I've got to get to lunch. I haven't had breakfast or lunch, and what time is it? It's going to be 3 before I have.
My big red cup. This is my lunch.
I mean, this was my breakfast and lunch. It's tea, So, okay. Well, I want to wish everybody a great middle of the week and a great rest of your week and weekend, and we will be talking with you guys soon.
Have a good one.